And we are back. The Deuce is Loose, our weekly program with Deuce Luke, and it's to teach you, the audience, and also parents out there who may have a child with autism. Deuce Luke is helping us to teach you what it's like to be in the autism world. We bring you around, we ask questions, and we try to teach you some of the angles, not all of the angles. Everybody has a different approach, but we can at least help you and make you aware. It's our educational and informational program. And we are back, and joining us once again, Deuce Luke. He's our gaming advisor. And Deuce, welcome to the program. How are you?
I am doing good today. How are you today?
I'm good. I went casual today.
Oh, well, that's good.
I figured you were casual. I'm going to be casual.
Yeah.
That's okay, right?
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I can lay that.
Here we go now. Before we get to the gaming, a few questions for you, okay? Because
Okay.
me and you have talked about this before. Last week we talked about people with autism can be overwhelmed by lights, by noise, by different things that stimulate them. But when do you, is everybody different, or is that a common thing with people with autism?
It could be common, but people are different in certain ways. Some may be more sensitive to certain things. Others may not be less sensitive.
All right. So do you feel it coming like a normal person, like myself and other people, when you're having a bad day and you start getting things rushing at you and rushing at you, it can tip anybody over the scales. That's why a lot of people sometimes need downtime so they can get their head together. But do you feel it when it's coming? What is it like for someone with autism when you start feeling overwhelmed? Can you explain some of the things you feel?
Yes, well, you get this like certain feeling right here in your chest,
Mm-hmm.
and then it rushes to your mind, and everything feels rushed and panicking, and then you feel like you're gonna melt down.
Mm-hmm. So that's generally how most people feel anxiety. So it's a very similar thing, right?
Yes, correct.
All right, very good. So singers, dancers, actors, a lot of people aspire to be different things. Doctors, comedians. Sometimes you crack jokes in the back office that are pretty funny, and we get a chuckle out of them. So I guess the perception may be a little different with people with autism, but deep down inside, y'all are functioning much on the same scale that we function on, right?
Correct, sir. We can function pretty much higher or lower, or all around. Can do anything we put our minds to.
All right. Obviously, you have progressed to where you can be on a TV show, you can be talking to an audience, you're working a computer. Just like there's different levels of talent amongst people without autism, are there different levels of talent with people with autism?
Yes, there are. If you're focused, it could be like very good science or math. It could be anything you want if you're being good with autism, or you could be a doctor, or a teacher. If you put your mind to it, anything can be accomplished.
And I guess it depends on how much you get off the couch and do the work. And I guess there's people with autism probably are much like us. They can be lazy, they can be motivated. The parents can push them a little bit, but the parents have to know when to pull back a little bit. This is all those dynamics, right?
Correct. You have to figure out what you can do with autism, how you're gonna push or pull back. You have to figure out how you're gonna lean into a good leader or a good perception on autism. And you have to find little ways to get them inspired or focused or motivated.
All right. So we'll have some more questions for you, but let's go back to the game.
Oh, yes.
Because you were going to bring up to speed a couple of more production people. So let me give you the floor for the rest of this segment. Tell us where you got with it.
Okay, then. So I got you, Mr. Aaron, Mr. Dwayne, and Miss Joni. But now I got a new one, Miss Darla. She's looking
All
good,
right.
isn't she?
Look at Darla. You got Darla all pizzazzed out. Is that a heart on the shirt?
It's a heart. 2 hearts to be precise.
All right, cool.
I
Now
think
look,
I,
I notice on Dwayne, we're gonna change Dwayne because that's the old Dwayne with the short hair.
yes.
You gonna put long hair on Dwayne?
Of course I am. He's gonna love that for sure. And I was thinking this one.
Yeah. There you go. Now you're getting close. Now you're getting close.
And now we can play for good.
All right, there you got it. So you've added a few things. Let me give you the floor a little bit. What have you added?
So I added the building a little bit part to it, like some of the offices and stuff, like a kitchen or office space, stuff like that. Even your office a little bit. I even added little stairs. There's a kitchen,
Right.
the front office, and there's a bookshelf for Miss Darla. There should be the control room, I believe.
Right.
And here's your office and Miss Joni's office. Here is me, Miss Dwayne's office, and Mr. Aaron's.
So you laid it out pretty close to how it is naturally.
I'm trying my best,
Yeah.
but
So like Joni's right next to me in the front, and then Miss Darla's up front also, and then down the hall is production. So you tried to at least get it close to the layout, right?
close to home. And yes,
All right. Be impossible to get it exactly, but you did a pretty good job.
pretty good
How's
job,
that?
you say. And yes,
So you were telling me before the show you had me playing guitar somewhere?
yes, I was. Well, it's let me go to my map. Wait, let's go to manage worlds.
All right, yeah, let's check that out.
I do have you on, man, on on here. Heck, you are in San Myshuno in the arts quarter, where
Ah,
artistic people can go ahead and play their hearts out.
there you go. There's a few places around town that they have live music. So let me just how can autistic people be better at things? Do you wait? Are you goal oriented? Do you like to improve, and do you get frustrated when you're not moving in an upwards direction?
Yes, I do get frustrated if I'm not going the right way or things go wrong. But I am goal oriented too. In fact, the story I'm creating with Life Money is basically like my life goal. I want to create a fun story with so many characters for Life Money and a fun universe as well.
All right, so I guess the point I'm trying to make is that sometimes people see other people not like themselves, so they start to judge people. But the more I get to know you, we crack jokes in the back, we laugh.
Yes.
And do you get like sarcasm and all that kind of stuff?
Sarcasm is a hard thing for autistic people to know, including jokes.
Mhm.
But once you get trained up and you learn from it, then you can possibly get jokes and become a comedian if you want to.
Yeah, because over here we always have a little,
Laugh.
yeah, a little laughing, but we also have a little sarcasm with us. So I was always wondering if you picking up that sarcasm, because you told me you live in a very literal world. So you sort of take things you hear very literally when they could be just an under the breath kind of joke, right?
Yes. I do take things a little literally, but not all the time.
Because sometimes you'll ask me, Mr. Martin, are you joking?
Yes, I have to make
And I'll
sure.
tell you, yes, I am.
And I have to make sure if you're joking or not, because that's how I know you're joking.
Right. So for the audience out there, this is a key. You have to. I've learned when I'm talking to you to be a little bit more literal. Tell you a little bit more about. Okay, here's what I mean, and sometimes I'll smile before I give you the sarcasm. That way, I'm going down the joke route. So you picking that up?
Yes, I think I'm getting it now.
All right, cool. All right. So let's do this. Let's go back to the computer.
Of course.
We put long hair on Dwayne, and Tell me what else you did. Oh, here's the guitar. Cool.
Yes, you're playing guitar. You're not very leveled up at the moment. As you can see, your guitar is not basically leveled up. So let's try to get that out of the way before you embarrass yourself.
So how much time do you spend when you're making programs like this? Does it take a while?
It does take a while, yes. It takes a while. Like it could take hours, maybe days.
Okay. And when you're doing these things, do you focus in when you're focused in on this? Are you easily distracted if you hear a dog bark or if there's noise in the house? Does it distract you to stay focused?
It kind of does, yes.
But you got to focus in, right?
Yes, you gotta focus in, you gotta make it to your goal. And once you achieve it, it's like a work been done. It's almost like you're making a project on a hard working scale.
Yeah. Let me give you a little bit of information. When I used to study, when I was at Vanderbilt or in college at Nichols, I used to like a quiet corner of a room. I'd go bury myself in the corner because I wanted total silence or focus. On the flip side, when I was playing sports, if I was high jumping or football, whatever, any sport I was in, I was used to the noise. So there had some people that when they were high jumping wanted complete silence around the pit. And we used to laugh because it's a track meet. There's noise all over the place. While you're jumping, you might hear the gun go off for a race. You might hear the announcer come on and say something. So you have to learn how to perform with noise all around you. My point is, you've learned how to do that too, haven't you?
Yes. You have to zone everything out as you get your mindset on the focus. Gotta focus in on your mindset and then do it on computer. And then once you get used to the mindset, it'll just become natural.
Okay. Let's go back to the computer and tell me some of the things you did with some of the other employees.
So, Miss Aaron, he wanted to do a Clifford thing. So he added a big red guy. I wouldn't say big, just decent.
He's tall.
He's tall, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And Miss Joni really wanted to go all out for her character. So let's see. Miss Joni really likes her character. And as you can see, she has a few outfits. I can pull it. You know what? Let's go for a new character like Miss Darla.
Yeah.
She has a few outfits of her own. Like this is her everyday.
Okay.
Her formal, for sports, her sleepwear, her party wear, bathing suit, winter and summer.
Go with the bathing suit. Let's tease Miss Darla here. You know she's gonna get a kick out of
I knew you were gonna say that.
that. We gotta have fun with this.
I knew.
Now, Miss Joni, yeah, there she is. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
now Miss Joni teased you about her bathing suit.
A little bit.
That's pretty cool. So you can pretty much make anybody look the way you want them to look.
That's correct.
Now, what about Jason? Where's Jason?
Oh, he's gonna be there next episode.
That's the next one, huh?
Yes. Next.
Oh, so Jason's gonna have his own show, huh?
Yes.
All right. You gonna hip Jason up or what?
I am gonna make sure he gets the best one ever.
All right. Well, that's very good. So let me ask you a few other questions as we go on. When we're talking about autism, you always tell me the senses or different. You know, different's not a bad word. Difference just means you're different. We're all different. But can you sort of enhance your senses where you want them to go?
You can feel things. You can feel things more heightened as you go on. Like you can feel a certain touch or taste, even smells or sight. They can be heightened or downwards. But it's very, active.
You like to stay organized in your mind too.
Correct.
All right. So, which is a lot better than I do sometimes,
Yeah.
So are you always organizing in your mind so that you can stay balanced?
I try to look at things for future wise, but I'm also trying to look at things organized in here, in the now.
Does something being unorganized, does it make you nervous?
Yes, it makes me a little nervous, but I can get used. I just need to follow the deadline.
But it's, let me give you a hint. It always makes Miss Joni nervous too. You know how organized she is, huh?
Well,
She's trying to keep me organized all the time. So she's organizing the organizing. She's very organized. So would you consider yourself very organized?
honestly, no, I'm not. I'm not
But
that
that's your goal.
organized, but
It's-
I am trying to be organized as best I can.
okay. Is your mama more organized than your dad?
Oh yes, whenever she's organized, she has to put things in a certain way, at a certain spot, no matter what it is. It's like the highway or no way.
So the salt shaker's got to be in the same place?
Yes,
The pepper?
the pepper, all the spices, all the clean utensils, everything needs to be in a certain way.
How about your dad?
No,
Are we getting your dad and mom in trouble?
no,
Okay.
they'll basically laugh at this.
All right. Let me ask you some Sims 4 questions.
Perfect.
All right. So when you get on that computer, and of course, this is all hypothetical, it's all sort of fantasy, but is there like military branches in them?
That's correct. There's a military branch. In fact, it's in the Strangerville expansion pack, and if I go down to DMs, it's usually military. Ta-da!
All right. So you know where all this is at.
Of course.
Where did that come from? Repetition? You just know where to go. It's like shopping at a supermarket. If you go to Rouse's and you've been there 1,000 times, you know exactly where to go to get the pickles, right?
Correct.
All right. Repetition. All right. So how do you get a promotion in the military on The Sims?
Well, you have to do task and also try to work out. You have to be in fit for being in the military, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And once you've done those daily tasks and those promotion tasks, which is very important, promotion task, then you should rank up into certain officers or certain branches.
So you won't get a promotion, or Sims won't give it to you until you perform the task.
Correct.
All right, there we go. Can you become an actor?
Oh, yes, I can. If I go up here, I can do actress because you do actor and actress, for different kind of,
Mm-hmm.
And you join a talent agency, and you could be in any kind of agency you want. Depends on what you want.
Now, I noticed, this is just me noticing you, that you like to interact with people. One time you walked out in the lobby, you had a state policeman ready to come on the show, and you were teaching him how to relax before the show, and you were teaching some of the things that you do. So, in your own mind of minds, would you love to be an actor one day?
Oh, of course, my dream is basically becoming the voice actor for my own character.
Oh, okay. So that's your dream.
That's been my dream for a while. I want to create the character as well as voice him.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool. And how long you been working on that?
Years on works.
All right. And you're still working on it.
Of course.
All right. Cool deal. All right. So when you're working on Sims, does it reward you with perks or promotions or whatever?
It does actually. If I go in build mode, I can probably show you some of the work stuff that you can get. Let's see. Right here, you can get this one, the stainless steel auto pot. And if I go in here and computers, it can give you some new computers which you can log in level 10 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
Just
But
rank.
the computer chooses what it's going to reward you, right? Or does it give you options?
It gives you options which you can get.
Okay.
Like you get certain options if you go to a certain job.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here's an important question.
Okay.
You told me you like to watch sports, but you're not big into sports, right?
No.
You're a computer guru.
Yes.
You like computers. So when is that common amongst most people with autism that they're more in tune to computers, or do some autistic people like sports.
Well, some of them could like sports if they like to. It's not. I mean, it's common for people to like sports, of course, but you need to know what they like and what they dislike.
Yeah,
You can't just force them to not know.
yeah. So because just trying to figure out and let the audience know that all people with autism shouldn't be labeled as one. They're all different.
Yes, because kids in general are like sponges. They're not like a book. Can write their own destiny. They absorb destiny, like sponges.
And for the parents out there who have children with autism, it would be wise to sort of find the natural flow of the child and encourage them to go in that direction.
Yes, if they want to go on a certain path they want to go on, or certain trials they want to face, then they can do that.
All right. So we are out of time for this show, but we do have some more questions that I'm going to hold over and I'm going to ask you in show number 7, right? 7. Okay. So, and you're doing a good job of educating myself and everybody else on autism. So we're going to have a good handle on this. We're going to keep going, keep educating.
Well,
So
thank you,
you're going
sir.
to be like a teacher in class, right?
Well, I wouldn't say teacher, more like a guide,
All right. A guide. That's even better.
or even a mentor. That would be awesome.
There you go. All right. So we got to do our little routine at the end of the show where you come up with another phrase. What is it?
Boom ba la la.
Boom ba la la. All right. It's always different with Deuce. You never know if it's going to be boom la la, boom boom la la, or whatever. But I look forward to that each show. We're going to see you next week for another episode of The Deuce is Loose.
In a world of silence, there's a different kind of language, autism, a unique puzzle that brings its own beautiful picture. Where others see a blank canvas, they see boundless creativity. Each day, they awaken with purpose and determination. Their minds are a vast universe, exploring countless subjects with passion. Deuce Luke said it best when he said,
Autism is not a disability. It's a different ability.
just like a seed becomes a magnificent tree, they too blossom into something extraordinary. Embrace the beauty of their world. Learn more about autism. Visit Understand Autism for more information. That's www.understandautism.org. You can also find help by calling 800-3-AUTISM. That's 1-800-328-8476. Thank you for watching The Deuce is Loose here on HTV10.